Approximately 12,000 years ago, in a world where humanity had not yet discovered agriculture and hunter-gatherer communities dominated daily life, a silent yet revolutionary process began near what is today Şanlıurfa. For a long time, the foundational narrative of human history seemed clear. Humans first adopted a settled lifestyle, learned agriculture, built villages, and only afterward developed belief systems, temples, and complex social structures. Göbeklitepe, however, revealed a reality that fundamentally challenged these assumptions. First identified through surface surveys in the 1960s, its true significance was recognized in 1994 through the work of German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt. Dated to around 9600 BCE, Göbeklitepe is accepted as the oldest known monumental temple complex, predating Stonehenge by approximately 6,000 years and the Egyptian pyramids by nearly 7,000. What makes Göbeklitepe unique is not only its age, but the social conditions under which it was built. The people who lived here had not yet practiced agriculture, domesticated animals, or produced pottery. Despite this, they quarried, carved, transported, and erected limestone blocks weighing several tons into circular structures. These massive T-shaped pillars resemble human silhouettes and are adorned with reliefs of lions, snakes, scorpions, foxes, and birds. The figures reflect the relationship these early people had with nature, their fears, beliefs, and symbolic worldview. Some pillars display carved hands, belts, and garment details, suggesting they were not abstract forms but deliberate representations of human-like beings. One of the most striking questions surrounding Göbeklitepe concerns the function of these monumental structures. Evidence gathered so far indicates that this was not a settlement area. There are no traces of daily domestic life such as hearths or houses. Instead, the presence of ceremonial spaces, large stone circles, and centrally placed twin pillars strongly suggests that Göbeklitepe served as a site for worship, ritual, or communal ceremonies. People likely gathered here periodically from different groups, performed shared rituals, and then dispersed. This demonstrates that belief and symbolic thought were already central to social organization, even before permanent settlement. This is precisely where Göbeklitepe rewrites human history. For a long time, it was believed that complex belief systems could only emerge in settled, hierarchical societies supported by agricultural surplus. Göbeklitepe suggests the opposite. Humans may have first united around shared beliefs, organized labor to construct these monumental structures, and that this very need for organization made agriculture and permanent settlement necessary. In this perspective, the temple may have come before the village, fundamentally challenging established cause and effect relationships in the story of civilization. As excavations progressed, it became clear that Göbeklitepe was not an isolated structure. The discovery of related Neolithic sites such as Karahantepe and Sayburk in the same region revealed that Göbeklitepe was part of a broader cultural network. This transforms it from a singular anomaly into the center of a conscious cultural transformation. In this landscape, humans took one of their first major cognitive leaps, no longer merely consuming nature but interpreting, symbolizing, and sacralizing it. Another enduring mystery of Göbeklitepe is that its structures were deliberately buried. Rather than being destroyed, completed enclosures were carefully filled with tons of soil and stone. This burial process appears intentional and ritualistic rather than accidental. Although the exact reason remains unknown, it is believed to symbolize the preservation of sacredness, the closure of an era, or a transition into a new phase of belief. Ironically, this act of burial is what allowed the structures to survive largely intact for thousands of years. Göbeklitepe shows just how advanced the human mind was in an era without writing, metal, or the wheel. These people did not focus solely on survival. They placed meaning at the center of their existence. Every carved figure and every pillar stands as a silent expression of awe, fear, and respect toward nature. Göbeklitepe reminds us that civilization did not begin with cities, kings, or wars, but with belief, symbols, and shared memory. When we look at Göbeklitepe today, we are not only looking into the past, but into the origins of what it means to be human. This site represents one of the earliest moments when humans began to define themselves not as separate from the universe, but as part of it. On this hill where stone and time converge, the course of human history changed, quietly, yet irreversibly.